good, Houston Nation, baby? We back post draft with another episode to kind of talk about our predictions from before. I'm here with my boy. Hey, what's good, Dante? How's it going, my man?
Hey man, how you doing, man? I'm doing awesome. I'm ready. Let's get right into it, man. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's get right into it, man.
Most definitely. I mean, is there anything we can be mad about at this point? Not only did we get one, we got both our guys in the same
Yo,
draft here. We got plenty of spending money. We're going to talk about all that today on your favorite podcast here for the Houston Rockets community here. You can follow us at the H-Town Rundown on Twitter, Instagram, and Spotify. I know we new on there, but come check us out. You know, it's a good listen. And I got my boy over here at Coach Dante31. You can follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Check it out. He got all the stuff over there too. So we're going to jump right into this today, man. Ladies and gentlemen, with the fourth pick, we selected the man we all knew we was finna get. There was some last-second chatter, some odds changing around, but we knew we was getting man. I prayed, I did, and they were heard, obviously. We got AT in the building. He was a high school sensation who ended up going to the overtime elite, and he became their vocal and great leader over there. And then going on from that, he ended up becoming Houston's newest point guard. Wow, what a guy, and what a course of action he followed. This kind of journey is kind of rare these days. I'm excited, from athleticism to his playmaking ability to his voice. He's got the power this man's got. I mean, the upside on this is phenomenal. Dante, how do you feel like we did on pick number 4? Give me a rating and let me know what you like about AT.
I think we got an A, man. I think we got an A. Like I said, this is a pick we supposed to made. We needed a point guard to come in here that can get the offense going. Ime Udoka knew it. Raphael Stone knew it. But other than that, you know, it may keep James Harden up out of Houston. And I think it will. I think he's going to be our starting point guard from day one. I think Kevin Porter Jr., we love you, but Kevin Porter Jr., if we do keep him, I think he's gonna have to come off I think he's gonna be a 6-man for us. I'd rather have that, and I think Ime Udoka, knows, and I think all the Rockets fans got a sense. You know, it's a bigger role. I think it's not a smaller role, but Kevin Porter Jr. is a 2 guard, and we got to finally a legit point guard. Like I said, that can command the offense, that can give Jalen Green easier shots. Play through LP as well. You know, one thing when he first got drafted, one thing he said that I actually like, he said, "Who is the shooting coach? I want to get in the gym right now."
Yes,
and that's the dude. That's the mentality of wanting to get in the gym. Knows his weakness. He knows his one weakness. And he wanted to get to work on that immediately. So I liked the fact that he wanted to get to work on his shooting, and he know that could be a strength for him down the stretch. But everything else he masters. He can do everything else. But like I said, I like the fact that he wanted to get in the gym, immediately and start going to work. And this is just our point guard, man. This is our point guard of the future. I know we just drafted Ty Washington, but like I said again, this is our core right here. This is our core point guard, and I think this is our starting point guard next year. And I think we're gonna keep Kevin Porter Jr., but I think he's gonna be a 6-man. I think he's gonna only be a 6-man that can come off the bench. But it will be interesting to see what Ime Udoka is gonna do. Because I trust he's gonna come in, he's gonna get guys to buy in, and he's gonna put the right lineups out there that need to be put out there. But this is an A, man. This is an A. We got our point guard. We got our starting point guard.
we did, right? People were saying that, oh no, Scoot Henderson's going to get taken by the Charlotte Hornets. And little did they know, Michael Jordan is on his way out for over there. He didn't care who they were picking. He got his money. He was getting up out of there. It didn't matter. And he had final say on who they picked. I don't know if you knew that, Dante, but yeah, he had final say. So he chose and cheesed the Hornets franchise. We could have LaMelo and Scoot, but no, you get LaMelo and Miller, which is fine. Miller is still a fantastic guy, and I would have liked him, but he wasn't my guy. Other than Scoot and Wemby, my next was Amen. Get, so Scoot ended up going to Portland with Dame and Shaden Sharp and Anthony Simons.
Dame is not happy about that at all. Dame had communication with the organization. You're not happy about that move, so that's a signal to the organization. hey, Dame could be up out of that soon.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And either way, that's still a good thing for us because that's one less team we have to worry about really competing with. If Portland ends up trading away Dame, then they're likely going to want to tank for perhaps another year or two. And if that's the case, that's another day we live to potentially make a playoff or a play-in push. I'm fine with Portland being out of the picture, right? Because Dame, that dude was killing us, especially this season. Last season, I guess, it was 71 points. That was absolutely incredible, an all-time performance. And I'm happy that I don't have to deal with that again. On a real note, I don't want to touch that ever again.
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, bringing it back to just Houston in general, we got our guy, right? And with our guy, with the starting point guard, KPJ is going to have to be moved to the bench, right? Because we got a 3 in Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
Right. And we'll talk about him in a minute, but we got a 3 with Cam Whitmore. We got Tari, and for right now, we got KJ Martin. And I know KJ Martin is undersized 4, but we kind of have to play him at the 3 with how our roster is constructed at this moment. So with that being said, KPJ coming off the bench as a 6th man. He's probably not going to be too happy about that. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He believes himself a starter, and I mean he believes himself the best player on the team. Whether that's true or not, I may not agree or disagree with however that is, but that's his mentality. We got him on a really good team-friendly contract. Unfortunately for him, fortunately for us. Yep. So we'll end up seeing if he's got an attitude, but it seems like our players really respect Ime. And along with that,
that's why I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think before they make the move, you got to expect Ime Udoka has talked them into taking that role. So if he wasn't happy about it, if he doesn't be happy about it, you're literally him come out frustrated and say, I'm not happy, I'm going to the bench. But hey, the coach, I'm gonna do what the coach asked me to do. But him and Ime Udoka, they already founded a solid relationship. You can tell in the community. I'm pretty much sure, they're gonna talk about that and they're gonna address, especially from a coach that took the Boston Celtics to an NBA final. So again, trusting Ime, I'm guess he's gonna trust in Ime Udoka, and whatever happens, just happen. I'm just going by. I think Amen Thompson, is best for him to be our point guard, facilitate the offense, run the offense, you still can run the offense through LP, run the offense through LP. He can get guys open shots. You got 2 playmakers that can get guys open shots. And I think what's best for right now, if it's any type of turmoil with him, like you said, he has a friendly contract, you can get him out of there. No ifs, ands, or buts. You can get him out of there, but I got a feeling that he's gonna buy in with Ime Udoka is gonna do. And Ime Udoka is going to make the right decisions with this team.
100%, yeah. And adding in, we have $65 million in cap space, like we've been talking about here. If we add KPJ's contract to it, that's $80 million in cap space.
Yep.
So, I mean, not that I'm a fan of signing some degenerate, aging point guard, $30 million for 4 years. We'll get to that guy here in a minute as well. But, I mean, if we got the money, I mean, why not splurge, right? We got to think about the future. But we also got to think about, like, distant future, like 2 years from now. Like, where do we want to be next season, this season, I guess, and where we want to be next season, Because obviously we're trying not to be a lottery team. And that's hard because we've seen teams like the Kings struggle with that for so many years until finally getting the right core together. We witnessed OKC being really good and then kind of this lottery team and then back and forth between lottery and barely making the play-in. I mean, it all ends up depending on the route that our front office wants to take. And with that, I think Amen sends a clear message that, hey, yes, we still want to be young, but we're going to try to win now as much as we can.
Yes.
Yeah. I think realistically, there'll still be games like we might take off here or there. Like, it's cool if we lose this one. It's all right. It's no biggie. But for the most part, for at least 65 games, it's going to be try-hard basketball.
Yes.
I'm very excited for it.
I'm very excited about that, and I definitely 1,000% agree with you. To me, I think, like Ime Udoka said, no excuses. We got $60 million in cap space. We got our point guard of the future. No excuses. We're going to get some veterans to come in to play, and there's no reason we should be a laughing stock in the NBA anymore. There's no reason we should compete for a play-in tournament, at least this year. I'm not saying make the play-in. I'm just saying at least be one of those teams that's competing for it. If we make the play-in or just find a way to make a playoff as a lower seed, that's success right there. Now we're going to have to build on that success. But with Ime Udoka as the head coach in there, you figure, hey, that's no excuses. We coming here to build a winning culture and win. We're not going to accept no 19 or 22 losses this year. We can't wins this year. That's will be unacceptable. That will be no improvement. So when Ime Udoka at the helm and with us with that $65 million, I like the way we're gonna be aggressive, go out and get some of these veterans and go out and get some of these veterans. And like I said, we can expect to try to compete for that play-in tournament.
100%. I mean, I'm expecting, obviously, after free agency is all said and done, it'll really determine how many games we're going to be able to win. But I'm expecting a 28-plus win season this season. I would say 30 games. But, again, I mean, there's just too many factors kind of playing in. See what happened. But, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, 28-plus games minimum is what I'm expecting. We're really going to fight hard as much as we can. I know 28 games isn't a lot, but it's still 6 more wins than we had last season.
More wins. It's still 6 more wins.
Yep. And those 6 more wins is really going to mean a lot, I think, to us in the end. But I think as it goes for Amen, I mean, we'll just see. I mean, I'm really excited to see what this kid can do. In Summer League, I know he's going to show out. Our Summer League team is stacked. I'm not even going to cap. I'm excited. But let's move on to someone else who is also stacked, who we didn't think we were going to be able to get. That slid this far down, a top 10 consensus pick, Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
What? What? How the hell did we pull this off? I understand from what I've kind of been hearing is that it seems like there was some sort of injury concerns. I don't know if it was his back or ankle, but some sort of injury concerns. All I'm going to say is when Curry got drafted, everyone was like, oh, man, he's not going to be in long this league. He's got those ankles. He doesn't do too much. All he does is shoot. Well, guess what? Not only is Cam Whitmore a 35% shooter from 3, not only is Cam Whitmore a fantastic dunker and a high flyer, but he plays defense. Oh, my gosh. Guys, defense is all we've been asking for this team. Defense and effort. That's what we've been harping on and yelling about for weeks, months, at this point, years for our team to just do. And we decide to play defense, we're okay. But this kind of dog energy is what we need, especially with him. Man, when he got picked for the 20 pick, you see how he was looking? He's looking real mad. He's looking real rough. Yeah. That's about to be his villain arc. I can't wait to put this dog on the floor. He is a killer. Dante, let me know what you feel about this pick as well for Cam Whitmore, and what's your grade for this pick?
Oh man, this is the grade overall is an A+++, man. Overall, man. I mean, you got 2 top 10 players in the draft, and one Cam Whitmore went in 48 hours, went from a top 5 potential pick to a top 20 pick. He also lost potential $33 million. Now he's up to 13 damn halfway mil. But other than that, again, man, the man is 18 years old. 235 pounds, 6'7". He can move the way he is, and that athletic the way he is, can jump the way he is. That's impressive. Now we heard a lot about he didn't test good. He didn't test good in his workouts, and he had some cartilage in his knees. But when you looked at his press conference, and he said, "I don't think nothing wrong with me. I'm good." So again, I think that was more about his work ethic, even more why teams drew off. I don't believe he was hurt. I fully believe he knows his body. I fully believe he knows he was healthy coming in. We know he missed 7 games throughout the season and still was able to play like a top 5 draft guy. Still was able to put himself in the potential to be a top 5. I believe his work ethic and his interviews and stuff like that got him out of the top 20. But again, you can see everybody on Twitter. Why is Cam Whitmore dropping? Once he got into the teens and he got to 15, and I'm saying to myself, I think the Lakers are going to pick him. I think Miami was going to pick him. But once the Warriors was right there, and I'm like, oh my God, we finna get Cam Whitmore. We really finna get Cam.
Mm-hmm.
When we got to the Warriors, you knew it was real. You knew Raphael Stone was going to make the pick. You knew he was going to turn the card in because there was potentially he was going to trade the pick. And with the potential who was on the board. It's just kind of like Houston, the Texans. They got two guys that they actually wanted. Rockets the same way. Got two guys that they got Cam Whitmore, who we considered taking with the number 4 overall pick. We took Amen Thompson, and then he drops to 20, and we steal him. And this is an A++ draft. He's also got the athleticism. He also can shoot, and this dude can jump up out the gym. So again, we got our future point guard, our future small forward with him and Tari Eason at the helm. And I know we still got KJ Martin. I consider him more of a 4, but I got a feeling, I think we're gonna find a way to come up off Martin and Tate. I don't think Martin and Tate is our futures. I think we're gonna find a way to unleash them, and we're gonna go with Cam Whitmore and Tari Eason is our small forward duo. And I'm already can't wait to Summer League, man. This Summer League team gonna be something serious. With those guys, Summer League gonna be something serious.
For real, man. For real. I mean, like we're gonna have Tari, Jabari out there, and then not to mention Amen, and now Cam Whitmore. That is crazy to just kind of casually toss out there like that. Yeah, I'm very, very, very excited about what this team is gonna do. For us, and then let alone like the expectations, right? You have so many high flyers. We might as well rename it from Clutch City to Takeoff City. I mean, you got Jalen, Amen, Cam Whitmore, and then you got your boy Tari, who can also jump out the gym. Garuba's pretty athletic as well. KPJ is pretty athletic. I mean, Josh Christopher, bro. Let's go on and on, man. I mean, at this point, is there anything we can't do? Is there anything we can't do?
I think we can do a lot, man.
I'm so excited for the future of this team, and like you said, how Cam Whitmore falling not to 12, not to 13, 14, he fell to 20. How Stone? I don't know whose wheels you was greasing. I kind of don't care what you had to do. The fact that you were able to go get Cam at 20, 10 picks lower than what everyone thought he was going to go. Someone, like you said, we thought we were going to take at 4.
Yes.
We got him at 20.
He was in consideration. He was in consideration.
Later?
Yeah.
Wow. So you can tell me if I'm wrong about this. I don't know too much about Mr. Whitmore, but I ended up checking out some film after we drafted him, just kind of see like what he's looking like. He reminds me of a young PG-13.
I like it. 6'7".
Yeah,
6'7". 235 pounds. 235 pounds. Man, my goodness, man. Hey, man. And that athletic and that skill, put the ball on the floor, man. Can put the ball on the floor. Hey, man, I love it, man. I love it.
I'm here for it. I'm really thinking that this is likely the best pick at 20, let alone. And besides, pick 20, I think for us is also kind of an experimental pick because it's not something that we had to have. I mean, I always considered trading up, giving away either KJ Martin, Tate, and pick 20, or all three of those to get pick 10 and something else from the Mavericks, and then get somebody else. I'm actually go ahead.
Look, I was gonna say, thank God for Raphael Stone because he made some good moves when he came, man. He hit on every one of these draft picks. The James Harden trade is killing the Brooklyn Nets right now. They able to recover, but that's getting us some due diligence, man. The 20, we got Brooklyn, still got Brooklyn rights to 2025. We still got Brooklyn 2026 and 2027. So we got those first round picks right there. And we was able to get Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, and Ahmed Thompson out of that. And then go back to last year when we traded Eric Gordon. That's Cam Whitmore. That's Cam Whitmore. That's Cam Whitmore. Eric Gordon trade is Cam Whitmore. Yep.
Gosh, dang. Raphael Stone has got me lost for words right now. Usually I've always got something to say, but this guy, he's just so good at what he does. How in the world did he manage this? Either way, I'm excited for the future, and especially since we got our boys over here. I mean, again, we got not one, but both of our guys. Yep. And to fall 10 picks lower than what you thought, I mean, Yeah. Now, as far as starting goes, I don't think Cam Whitmore starts. I think he's probably our
Yeah,
seventh or eighth man. And
yeah,
then Tari starts. Thank the Lord. But if Cam starts, I wouldn't mind it if it's for a few games. Just kind of see what it would look like to have Jalen, Cam, and Amen all out there at the same time alongside Jabari and Shingu. I feel like
yeah.
that'd be a really fun lineup. But yeah, I do want Tari to start. I've advocated for him to start, and then went towards the end of the season when he was starting, he was really fun. And
Yeah.
I was 100% for that. And then, between Tari and KJ Martin battling for the starting position, it really should have just been Tari this whole time.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm excited. I'm really excited. And speaking of excitement, this is going to lead us right into the offseason, right into free agency.
5 days away, man. 5 days away.
We're going to have some predictions. We got some things we're going to talk about here. And I'm going to give it to Dante to start off because I know this man. He's got some things he wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Free agency part 3. Let's go, Houston. Guys, we got a couple guys on here that we've been targeting. I've seen things, some guys I personally like, but Dante's got a list. So you talk about your list, and I'll talk about my boys here in a second.
All right, so we targeting Brook Lopez, but it's a problem with the Brook Lopez experiment. You got LP now, unless Brook Lopez is willing to come off the bench. That's probably the way I kind of want him on this team because I'm not putting him in front of no LP. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Otherwise, I'd rather go somewhere else. So I do got. Jackson Hayes, who's still young, who's been coming off the bench for the Pelicans, who will accept the term to come off the bench. He's still young. He's still 23 years old. Got Cam Reddish. As well. You got Cam Reddish who can shoot, who never got an opportunity. You can also play him at the 2 guard as a backup. Matt Screws will be a good one. He's a free agent this year. He's a good shooter, gives up some shooting off that bench. Also, Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert is a veteran, and still can put up points. Of course, you got to put Brook Lopez on the list because the Rockets are targeting him. How about Kelly Oubre, a Houston native? Kelly Oubre, a Houston native, pretty much can come off the bench. That's another sad veteran. We know about Dylan Brooks. We got Hamidou Diallo, who doesn't have to start, who's very athletic, still young. Rui Hachimura. The Lakers will try to bring him back, but they got to worry about Austin Reeves, though. Try to get him right back. And, of course, we're going to be looking at Austin Reeves. Of course, you got a Chris Middleton that we're going to be looking at as well. Fred VanVleet, I think the Rockets want to target if you want to. I wouldn't mind that. But, again, he's a starter. You're going to have to bring him as a starter. That's the only problem. So, and then those guys you got up there like a Mason Plumlee, Harrison Barnes, Grant Williams, Tyus Jones, who I really want as a backup point guard for us. But other than that, that's kind of my list. Only reason I would love to have Brook Lopez, but I don't want him as a starter. That's the only problem. I don't want him to be a starter and take it away from LP.
I'm not gonna lie, everybody you named, I think are really good guys, and there's a lot of guys who are quality starters. Again, like Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves, they started for their teams. I'm not starting Austin Reeves at the 3. To be honest with you, I'm not starting him over Jalen Green, and I'm sure as hell not starting him at the 1. So he's gonna have to come off the bench. He's not gonna want that. Fred VanVleet again is a starter. Now the thing is I feel like if we pay him good, he would be okay with being an interchangeable starter. So Fred would play 7, 8, 9, 10 games straight as a starter, and then 2 or 3 games sprinkled in, he come off the bench, for Amen,
Yeah, but I want to just go with guys like Fred VanVleet, Austin Reeves, Lopez. Those guys want to go. Those are starting guys. So I'd rather just leave them alone. Leave them alone and just go out some guys that's used to coming off the bench, like Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell is right there. He's used to coming off the bench. You can bring him in. Caris LeVert came off the bench for the Cavaliers. Dylan Brooks now, like I say, he could be a part of the league if nobody takes a chance upon him. Pretty much, I can take a chance on him, bring him on.
Here's the thing. Let's just rewind to Dylan Brooks. I don't want him for our team.
Okay.
I like in a vacuum, Dylan Brooks, the player, not the personality, the player is good. I really like that. My only issue is that we're entering a new era that's not going to tolerate attitude. That's
Yep.
not going to tolerate, the social media stuff and the poking the bear kind of stuff. And Dylan Brooks is an antagonizer.
Yep.
Here's the thing: is I feel like if we were going to get somebody that was an antagonizer, we would just bring in Draymond Green. We would just say, "Hey, Draymond, I see you declined your option. Come
Yep.
teach these young guys over here. You can start at the 3 or the 4, whatever, and you're going to teach the young guys." And out of everyone on that list that you mentioned, Draymond is the guy I would be okay with starting over everybody else. I'm okay with Tari coming off the bench as a 7th man and Cam as an 8th man kind of thing. If Draymond is on the team, I really like. Again, I know he's a warrior, so I hate him, but I like him. I like the intensity that he brings. The only difference is between him and Brooks is that I feel like Brooks is not able to back it up, because he talked a lot of mess during that Lakers game and got smoked the whole rest of the series. It was like what, 1-1. And Dylan Brooks said something about LeBron. He said, "You got to prove it to me," and dropped 40. And then he dropped 30 and 20. Like, dude, Brooks, he actually might be out of the league. I really feel like a team is going to take a flyer on him, but I feel like for our team to be the one to do it, I don't know, because we could get him for really cheap, really cheap. And at that point, I'm okay with it. But as it stands, he's probably wanting about 2025, and I don't want to pay him 2025. I want that to go to Cameron Johnson over at the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah.
Another thing too that we got to factor in. That's what you got the coach Ime Udoka for. You got Steven Silas, someone who's a walking puppet. That's what you got Ime Udoka for. Someone that's going to be able to hold these guys accountable and put them in line like he pretty much did. Also, if I trust any other body to do that, it will be Ime Udoka. But I just don't want nobody to come in we're gonna with Brooke Lopez. We're gonna Fred VanVleet. If we do get someone like that, we're gonna get better. That's already a playing tournament team right there as it is. But I don't want anybody that can come in and stunt the growth of these players that we just got. Because you got a feeling, Raphael Stone and Ime Udoka, they want to get competitive. They want to be competitive. They want to go ahead and compete. But at the same time, we could be like the next OKC. OKC got all their young players made it into a playing tournament. That's impressive. But all them young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the rest of them, all them guys are really young. I understand that we get all of these other guys, we'll be competitive right away.
Here's my thing with the OKC thing is they also had Chris Paul to lead them to a playoff series previously. And obviously, they didn't make the playoffs the year before. They didn't make the playoffs now. But they had that veteran for just 1 year. Yeah. And I feel like that's what really makes the difference. Is because Chris Paul was able to come in and do his own thing, but at the same time bring the guys along. I feel like bringing Brooke Lopez, he's not as much of a leader in the sense that he can just kind of do his own thing. Yeah. And players follow by example. No. But I feel like having Brooke Lopez there, that's kind of like he just has to come off the bench, because I'm not starting.
That's what I'm saying. Unless he comes off the bench, I'm fine with it.
Which leads me, which is why a lot of people might kind of be disagreeing with how I say about this, but that's why I want Mason Plumlee, because he's cool coming off the bench. He kind of
I will take him. I will take him.
We can pay him. We can overpay him a little bit, 10 mil, whatever he wants, 11 million. Overpay him a little bit. And if you think about it, we always say it's like Şengün, Sabonis, and Jokic as the 3 archetypes, right? The evolution, right? Mason Plumlee is closer to that. He's got the post moves, the playmaking ability. He doesn't shoot a lot, but he can shoot. Not that I want him taking a lot of threes, but he's willing to take threes. For me, the biggest thing going back on it is the playmaking ability that Mason Plumlee brings to the team. And he's got weird good handles for a center. I feel like if Jokic can, really learn from somebody, I feel like we need to bring in one of each, a guard, a forward, and a big to help one of our core pieces. So, we want to bring in a guard that can cater to Amen Thompson and Jalen Green, so we can learn from both of them, right? We want to bring in a small, a forward between a small forward, a power forward to help Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore, and then we bring in a big for Alpert. And I mean, we bring those 3 guys in. And who knows, maybe that big will be able to help Usman Gruba as well. And I'm all here for it. If we can get a guard that's really able to help Josh Christopher turn into Eric Gordon 2.0, I'm here for it as well. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's just so many things we could do. And I even get to Harrison Barnes, who, you know, is a championship guy. He went to the Kings. He's really, really, really good. If we could end up getting Harrison Barnes, I'm not sure if he's a free agent, but if we could get Harrison Barnes, I mean, I would do it. You know, someone that has championship pedigree, who's got that dog in them, who's able to handle the ball, score all three levels, and is able to take a back seat and defend at a high level when he needs to. I mean, that's the perfect mold that we want Tari Eason to grow into, you know. So, but that's just me. I'm big on a lot of these guys. The one guy
as well. I just don't want to be the laughing stock anymore.
I'm tired of it.
That's
what the Nets are for. Once we get Cameron Johnson and then they trade away Kyle Bridges.
That's all.
For real. Well, Dante, do you have anything else? Any other thoughts, questions, concerns, anything you need to bring to the table?
Nah, man. Just like I say, man, it's a great draft, man. It was a great draft, A++ draft, and you know, people been talking about it all day, all night, all day long. I mean, we got 5 days for free agency kicks off. You know, already some moves being made with other teams. You know, I'm just excited, man. Just excited. I'm ready to be out of the laughing stock situation. And you know, look like we can be recovering well from the James Harden saga that he put everybody through. But thank God for Raphael Stone again from making the right moves, getting the first round picks. You know, you got pick number 20 from Eric Gordon. You got a first round pick out of Eric Gordon. That's great. That was a hell of a turned into Cam Whitmore. He's doing a hell of a job. He drafted well. You know, Jabari Smith Jr. Averaged 13 points per game. That's a plus. He finished the year strong. Josh Christopher planned out to be pretty well for a 20th overall pick. Al P is our best player. We got him middle in the first round. So he actually drafted well. Now we got the right coach in this organization, and we're like you said, we're gonna be aggressive regardless. You know, we just want to see our Rockets go out here and compete and get out the laughing stock and start. It's time to start winning games, man. Start to put all this young talent and these veteran talent out there and put them out there on the map. It's time to stop turning Houston into a laughing stock.
Finally, yeah, we're going to turn this franchise around. Like I said, we're going from choke city to takeoff city this season. I can't wait. It's going to be crazy. Thank you guys once again for joining us on this beautiful day here to talk about Houston Rockets basketball. You can follow this channel here at H-Town Rundown on YouTube, where you're at right now. Obviously, you can follow us on Spotify as well. Check it out. Go support the channel, Twitter, and Instagram. You guys can also follow me at drip2piece_GAWD on Twitter and Instagram as well as my boy Dante at Coach Dante31 on Instagram, his Twitter. Let him know what's up, and then follow his YouTube, man. He is so intelligent. He speaks on the teams, everything he talks about sports-wise. He's so smart. Thank you guys for joining us once again. I can't wait. 5 days from now, free agency, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, Rockets. See y'all, man.